Heartland Season 19 continues with a very dramatic, scandalous episode. In Episode 3, we not only welcome Ty back, but also saw that Caleb still has feelings for Amy. In Episode 4, we will witness Amy trying to resolve her relationship with not only Nathan, but also Caleb. So, let's talk about it. First things first, this whole group getaway thing was a terrible idea from the start. Who decides to share a room with another couple, especially when one of them barely knows you? Nathan must have been dying inside from the awkwardness. I mean, I think it wouldn't be so wrong to deduce that this whole trip wasn't really about Amy and Nathan. I mean, Ashley wanted to see something, prove something to herself by organizing this trip, because this was all about Caleb's unresolved feelings for Amy. I mean, let's be honest, those two have history, and that history is about to ruin both Nathan and Ashley. Now, if you are a good old Heartland fan, you remember very well that Caleb fell for Amy back in the early days, long before Nathan ever showed up. He was the charming rodeo guy who always found a way to make her laugh, the guy who thought he could win her heart with confidence and a big smile. But Amy never felt that spark for him. She cared about him, sure, but it was friendship, not love. Then came Ty, and everything changed. Ty was the one she truly connected with, and Caleb knew it. Still, he never stopped carrying that tiny flame for her, even after he married Ashley. And for a while, Caleb and Amy actually became good friends. I mean, real friends. At least this is how we all felt. They had mutual respect, a shared history at Heartland, and all those years of working together. Ty trusted him too, but watching Caleb now, acting cold and insecure, it's like all that growth disappeared. I couldn't help but think, what happened to the man Ty helped him become? And maybe that's why his behavior toward Nathan hit me so wrong. Because the Caleb I remember, the one Ty believed in, wouldn't have tried to sabotage someone's happiness just because he was jealous. By the end of the episode, when Caleb decided to fly Nathan to see his father, I thought maybe he was finally trying to do the right thing. But of course, things took a dangerous turn. The weather got bad, turbulence hit, and they were forced to make an emergency landing in the middle of nowhere. They'll be okay, we know that much, but that situation is about to bring everything boiling to the surface. Out there, isolated and angry, Caleb finally says what's been on his mind, that Nathan isn't good enough for Amy, and that the only man who ever truly deserved her was Ty. And when I heard that, my heart dropped. Because that's not just about Amy, that's about Caleb's grief too. He lost Ty, his brother, and maybe he still hasn't forgiven the world for moving on without him. But Nathan doesn't stay quiet either. He fires back, saying he knows Caleb still has feelings for Amy and that he doesn't need him to make comparisons, because he already does that to himself every day. That line hit me so hard, because it's true. Nathan's not just competing with Caleb or anyone else. He's competing with Ty's memory, and how do you win against that? Amy's heart is still tied to Ty in ways she probably doesn't even understand. She literally stopped herself from kissing Nathan because the memory of Ty hit her like a wave. Imagine loving someone so much that their ghost still lives in every decision you make. That's what Nathan's up against, and I can't help but feel for him. At the same time, I feel for Amy too. She's still trying to figure out how to love again after losing the love of her life. And this upcoming moment when she realizes that Nathan could have died in that crash might finally wake something up in her. Because fear has a way of making us see things clearly. I really believe that's when she'll realize she truly loves him. And from what we've heard, next episode might finally give us that emotional turning point where Amy lets her guard down, tells Nathan she loves him, and finally allows herself to move forward. I know a lot of us still hold on to Ty, and honestly, I do too. There will never be another Ty and Amy. That's for sure. But when I look at Nathan, I see someone who's patient, kind, and steady. Someone who truly sees Amy for who she is now, not who she used to be. And if we stop comparing him to Ty for just a second, maybe we'll see that too. But that's just me. Let me know how you feel about Nathan. For more weekly updates on Heartland, make sure to like and follow. Meanwhile, the video on the screen might also interest you.